Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
He has a look up. Now this could be a chance. An instinctive, terrific header. Goal, Milan! And Milan have the lead. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that... Here's a chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Jordan Henderson. Mateus. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Plays a sharp little ball here. Can he get it through? Owen is in a really good position out wide. Palmer. Now it's Haaland. And this is Kane. Spread out to the left. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Ruben Dias cuts it out. Produces a cross.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Looking to play him in. Owen. Big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out. The alert has passed. It didn't always look as though it would.
Well, that's the risk you have to take when you're fully committed to attack, Peter. They're going to leave a few.
Oh, that's ambitious. And no one is overly concerned about that.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
No luck with that dink over the top. Now it's Kane. Looking for a runner. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Opts to play it back. Searching passes played there. Oh, delightful ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bayer clears. And smartly reclaimed. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. No, that's overhit. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, there's a probing ball. And no, that was never going to make it. That has ended up in no man's land. Now that looks a decent ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Now it's Kane. Baresi. And it's lofted through here.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And he welcomes it in. Chiellini cuts out the pass. Climbs up big! And he's heaved it away. Threads one in.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And it's Owen. Now it's Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's let fly. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Passing is crisp and sharp. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Just eases him off the ball. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Milan carrying a 1-goal lead. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Pass somewhat off target. Ruben Dias. Oh, can he get onto this? Haaland. And the pass is intercepted. Haaland is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And Owen! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Not the most accurate pass. Owen, charge, goes for goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Denied by an instinctive save.
Owen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Mendes, who's set up 1 goal so far. Still just a single goal between the sides. Palmer. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He's got plenty of space out wide here and claimed it back swiftly. Swings it. There's the header! It's in! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's intervened well there. Xavi Simons. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Mateus aims beyond the defence. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Mateus. Now who's going to be first to this? And Mendes. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Can he get on the end of this? Palmer. He's found a way through. Cross to the back post. Big header. Oh, it's come off the upright. Simons. He rises. Danger averted for now. And the flag has stayed down. So what can they make of this? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Oh, good spread. Ambitious ball here. And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard. Palmer carries the ball down the right. Rodri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's been cut out, well played. Milan have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. It's Lewandowski! And somehow he managed to miss it.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Milan are looking to go forward now. Mbappe! Can he finish? Oh no, that could be a costly miss. So their fourth corner of the game. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Zanetti. Serginho. Kane. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Palmer. He won't be happy with that one. He's picked his way through. Alexander-Arnold. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Ruben Dias. He's through, now is he in? Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's good play. And that's that. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of... Well, here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Milan cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Knocks it out wide. Threads one in. Alexander-Arnold, he's got tall! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt. All too easy.
Neymar! Neymar! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Simons! Xavi Simons going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Batistuta. He's on it, can he get away? It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Floated through. Oh, no joy this time.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Alexander-Arnold making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most significant team news.
Yeah, and he's proven himself to be quite a player in the last 199, Peter. Flexible, adaptable, showing a real tactical aptitude, and number 200 should be no different.
Quick look, then plays it in. And that is expertly dealt with. Nicely shaped ball. Henderson calmly anticipates. Pass somewhat off target. Milan have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. That's a cute ball. Gets his head on it! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Driving forward. Madrid trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Haaland. Alexander-Arnold. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's cause for mild irritation. Xavi Alonso. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Xavi Simons will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that could set him on his way. That's a good ball. Shot at goal! Batistuta! Glorious! A finish right from the top draw! The breakthrough strike! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling there'll be one.
That could spell Simons! Ah, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Lovely bit of skill. Taken back almost at once. Nuno Mendes. That's really well cleared. Played back to the goalkeeper.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Chooses to go cross-field. Alexander-Arnold. Out towards the flank. And he's had a hit! It's loose and... Oh, he's been caught on it here! In he goes again! In for the pieces! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Palmer. Now he's got space here. Haaland providing an outlet on that flank. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Back to the keeper it goes. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Here we go again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Mateus. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. A heavy challenge. And that's gone loose. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Simons. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, can they get it back? That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. This their second corner of the game. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Danger averted for now. And it's Mendes. Nicely weighted ball. In towards the back stick. Up he goes! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Spread neatly, and he's managed to get free. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, sweet feet. He is through here. Big header. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. That is lovely. Flashes it across.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Mendes, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Alexander-Arnold. Mateus. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's got away. Palmer climbs up big. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Looking for a runner. Nicely worked. Now he's off and running. Henderson spots it and intercepts. Your impression so far, Jim?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Neymar, he has found a way through. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Haaland. Strokes it back.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Incoming delivery. Terrific header. And the lead stays intact just.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Well, they want to win this, Peter, plain and simple. Seal promotion right here, right now.
No, he's not going to get any further than that. Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And they can counter here, looking for the run. Neymar looking to get on the end of this. Milan trailing, but still very much in the hunt for their promotion dream.
It's great to see that there's still plenty of fighting spirit in them, but you might need a bit more than that just now.
He came in hard, very hard. Alexander-Arnold. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He gets big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. A probing pass.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Can he get onto this? Neymar picks it up out wide. Henderson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Inzaghi. We are into stoppage time. Aimed beyond the defence. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. And that should get the job done. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutral. Milan do have the look of a team with genuine ambition. Already on the cusp of promotion, they are looking to make a statement here. We are more than ready. The instantly recognisable Signal Iduna Park, one of Europe's most unforgettable stadia. Well, we're on the way. Milan come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a good ball out wide. Could move up a gear here. That is a great pick out. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Alexander-Arnold. That's a shade optimistic. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Over to the left. Not the most accurate pass. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's Inzaghi! It's hit the upright.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, good take and the shot! Off the post! That has ended up in no man's land. No goals as yet. Spread it left. And this is Hazard. And he's managed to get free. Mendes gets into some space. There's the shot! Goal! Milan! Could it be coming? Is it coming? Those fans believe it just might be. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
They still can't get carried away. They haven't been promoted just yet.
He's in space and looking for options. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
It's a promising position. He has found a way through. He rises! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
He's found a header! And it's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
India get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about them.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Alexander-Arnold is standing over this one. And now as good a time as any to pull level. He's had a crack. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Mateus. Foot in. Nice bit of trickery. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that's another throw. Neymar.
That's good play from him.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Picked out brilliantly. Schlotterbeck, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Hazard. Tries to play it through. Great vision. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Mateus. Kane. Engages and forces him off the ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that's a good ball. Real chance! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little...
Has a shot! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Milan were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end. There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
He's through, now is he in? Swings it across. Corner then. And we have our very first corner. It's a mighty effort! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Nuno Mendes. Mendes goes on a charge down the left. Shot takes a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Ruben Dias. And Mateus. Vinicius Junior looks to get on the end of this. Vinicius Junior, who has set up 2 goals. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That looks a good cross. Oh, terrible pass. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
That's good running with the ball. Searching pass he's played there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Rijkaard. Palmer. 60 minutes played. Rijkaard. And Mateus. And it's Mendes. Knocks it out wide. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Ruben Dias makes the interception. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's picked his way through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
In towards the back stick. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Played out wide. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, I think he's quickly realised how stupid he was for doing that.
Mateus. And it's Kane. Distributed tidily. Half an hour gone in the second half. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Yeah, the manager was saying he'll be facing the prospect of having to make some brave decisions around this time. How right he proved to be.
Now it's Mbappe. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, that's fabulous. Van Nistelrooy! That is decidedly lacking.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
He is through here. Oh, that was vital. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Milan quickly running out of time here to realise their promotion dream and still trailing.
Yeah, it's getting to that time now, isn't it? Keep things simple, get it up front ASAP.
Mbappe, he's got away. Deep cross. Oh, smashing header! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Van Nistelrooy. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Jordan Henderson. Mateus. Mateus. Looking for a runner. Serginho in acres of space out wide.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Iwobi. Threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Mbappe. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from there. Well, the permutations are as simple as they are exciting. One remaining shot and they must hit the bullseye. There's nothing quite like last day drama. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Milan come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Opts for safety. And it's made its way to him. Now it's Haaland. Palmer. Messi does really well to win the ball there. Xavi Simons reaching his double century today, well on his way to becoming a part of the furniture in this part of the footballing world.
Yeah, and he's proven himself to be quite a player in the last 199, Peter. Flexible, adaptable, showing a real
John Shorley! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Ruben Dias promptly onto that, and that is that. Casillas punts it upfield. Messi gets across and deals with it. Alexander-Arnold. Rice. And now the breakaway. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Milan are behind here, despite their domination of possession. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Alexander-Arnold. Well, that has not gone well.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And he's there to make the challenge. He's given it away. Can he finish? He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Caught offside that time. That has ended up in no man's land. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Good ball, good take. Mateus, pass somewhat off target.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Simons. Mateus. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mendes has it in a wide position. That's a pretty loose pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Best. And it's Rice. Best! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Simons knocks it out wide. Not the most accurate pass. Bergkamp. Mateus played out towards the right wing. The message is clear. None shall pass. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's in on tries a shot! Mateus. Haaland. Messi. They're urging him to shoot. And he's cut it out. And it's half-time here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing. Don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Here we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. And it's Ruben Neves. He is through here. Best cross. It's a mighty effort. Palmer. Now it's Simons. Now it's Kane. Rice deals with that comfortably. Kilitshoy.
This is the time you need that pace.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Azar. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Rice, who does have an assist to his name.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Nuno Mendes. And that's another good win of the ball. Mendes made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Oh, shooting chance! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that's a key interception. Palmer. Ruben Dias. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Kane. Mateus caresses it through. And that should get the job done. Best. Now it's Rice. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Palmer. Mateus. And it's Mendes. Played out wide. Best. Rice. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Kilitshoy. Kilitshoy is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Hazard. Henderson wins the duel this time. Over to the left. Simons. Nuno Mendes. Xavi Simons. Just about up to 75 minutes. Out towards the flank. There's the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Howson with the clearance. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Simons. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Xavi Simons. Mendes receives it in a wide. He gets big! Hazard with the clearance. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Couldn't squeeze it through. Milan desperately needing a change in fortune here. Their big day not quite going as planned.
No, it's not, but it's not lost just yet. The desire and hunger, that's still there.
He's tried one! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's been caught napping. Serginho's cross. Rice. Best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Well read, and the danger is averted. Palmer. Alexander-Arnold.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
De Bruyne. Serginho. And it's Serginho. Nicely weighted ball. Now this is having a shot! It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter. And that is that. Milan perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts... Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. More and more pressure on the ball here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this fella, Xavi Simons. I was going to refer to him as just Xavi, but it just seems a little unfair. He is a proven leader and a communicator since his young days in the game. I just think he's better in a freer role. Just give him that freedom to express himself, and he's a type of player who just likes to play off the cuff. So you're never quite sure what he's going to do. He's unpredictable.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Now it's Berbatov. Tries to thread one through, and he's picked it up out wide. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Simons. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now that's well seen too. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Milan are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Threads one in. And it's Simons. Oh, that's a key interception. Vittoria finding their passes. Goes looking wide. Chance! Goal! Milan! That was easy. Almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Inzaghi. And this is Berbatov. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he's chosen to go back. Matteus. That's a good ball out wide. Locatelli. Cross to the back post. Oh, smashing header!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
He is through here!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And it's Berbatov. And he welcomes it in. Hoisted it. Up he goes! They've scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
It's a really well-measured ball. Mateus. Now Simons. Mbappe. Xavi Simons looking to be a menace in the final third. Locatelli. And he's whipped to a big header! Euphoria! Utopia! And they are cavorting! Again in a trice! And they are soaring! A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
"3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to pass it through. There's no flag! Knocks it out wide. Mbappe! Delivery from Berbatov!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Distributed tidily. Back in once more. Oh, what a climb! He arrived on cue, but fluffed his line. They've played it short, and it's Locatelli. Locatelli! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And we hit half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Milan have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Now it's Inzaghi.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Can he finish? It's in! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Milan are having a ball here. Inzaghi. Mbappe. Locatelli. And it's Locatelli. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a promising position. Now, can they get him away? Delivery from Mbappe. And he's managed to get rid. Taken back almost at once. Berbatov under intense pressure. Well, he's going for goal!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Mateus. He shifted it to the flank. Played out to the right. That has ended up in no man's land. Rijkaard. Mateus. Big chance! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Mbappe clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Terrific header! Oh, almost a sixth! Serginho. Spread it left. And here's Xavi Simons. Played into space. Cleared without complication. Opts for safety. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mateus. Goes back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And it's played in. Climbs up big! It's loose. This time, surely! No, got right underneath it.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
And here's Berbatov. Simons. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Gets good distance on it. It's gone out for a throw-in. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, if that's the case, then, he's doing the right thing.
And he's managed to get free. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, this looks sharp. Out to the right.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Inzaghi. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's Berbatov. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, nice touch. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific, the other... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. It is a corner. Up he goes! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Iker Casillas, Jim, a man considered amongst the greatest ever when it comes to goalkeeping.
Yeah, and it's all the more impressive given that he's relatively short for a keeper, Peter. But he makes up for it with his agility, his laser focus, and the ability to live up to the big occasion. Also, don't forget the way he exerts control, despite not being particularly outspoken. That is something else too.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each.
Takes a shot! Goal! Milan! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Milan make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Looking to play him in. Inzaghi gets into a good position. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cleared without hesitation. Over to the left. Played into the... Oh, what a climb! He scores! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A great delivery and a finish to match.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mateus.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that could well leave a mark. That's really well cleared. Milan have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Mateus. And it's lofted through here. Out of play for a goal kick. Now he's off and running. Spread neatly. Oh, red, nice interception. Mbappe. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Rijkaard. Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Shot could be on.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Mbappe takes control of it and he's on the move. And here's Berbatov. Xavi Simons is onto this. And the finish! Now that is commitment to the cause. Oh, smashing header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Locatelli. He's shifting through the gears here. Shoots! No way through there. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Yeah, and I think the ref has just reminded him that he'd been warned earlier. I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
He shifted it to the flank. And the return pass. Mbappe. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Simons. He has found a way through. Real chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Milan 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. And the second half gets underway. It's a searching pass. Oh, played through for the wide man. And that's another good win of the ball. And this is Inzaghi. Oh, this looks sharp.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And this is Inzaghi. Chance! He scored! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Passing is crisp and sharp. Played out to the left flank. Rijkaard. Mateus. Now Mbappe. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, the quicker you cut out the service, the sooner you isolate his threat.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Now it's Mbappe. Inzaghi! It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Filippo inside, and the shot! And yes, it's there! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And now he has two.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Mbappe, he's found a way through. He's being urged to shoot. Philippe, there's the header! And that's wide.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Mbappe.
Oh, really well played.
And this is Inzaghi. It's Inzaghi! Goal! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Opts for safety.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Looking for the run. Now that looks a decent ball. Now this could be... He's having a shot! He has done it! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Berbatov. Mateus. Xavi Simons providing an outlet on that flank. Can he finish? And that is faded wide.
There they go, hunting again.
Serginho. Can he get it through? Back it. Shot, surely! Oh, terrific save.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Milan are making a change now. Header comes in! It's hit the upright. And now a sudden chance to counter. Neymar. Not the most accurate pass. And no, that was never going to make it. And he's making progress on the ball. Pulls it back. That's not going far.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Berbatov. Berbatov! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mateus goes short. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And this is Berbatov. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Tries to play it through. He can get that clear. Milan with another chance from a corner. He rises! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. Well, that has not gone well. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Berbatov collecting the match ball, and it is his. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.